Hello friends and professor, good afternoon all. It is honor for us to be able to present here and our group will be present a topic entitled COVID-19 and Globalization and begin with the introduction of the name of our group members. Number 1 is Emilia Nur Fitri, number 2 is Refianisya Rachmanda, number 3 is Rizka Chellin Azizah, number 4 is Lailatul Fitri, number 5 Khoerunnisa, number 6 Rifqi Muzayyana Haqi, number 7 Aridha Suryani, number 8, Nafisa Quraishita Dewi. Number 9 is Fatimatuzzahro. And number 10 is Hamim Faqih. And then the table of content is number 1 is definition of COVID-19. Number 2 is definition of globalization. Number 3 is COVID-19 impact of globalization and revitalization of the multilateralism. Number 4 is impact of the COVID-19 phenomenon, globalization, and Indonesian political economy.
What is definition of COVID-19? Coronavirus are a large family of viruses that cause a number of illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe respiratory illness, such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome or MERS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome as known as SARS. Coronavirus is a collection of viruses that infect this respiratory system. In most cases, these viruses cause only mild respiratory infections, such as the flu. However, the virus can also cause severe respiratory infections, such as lung infections or pneumonia.
Early symptoms of coronavirus infection or COVID-19 can resemble flu symptoms, namely fever, runny nose, dry cough, sore throat, and headache. After that, the symptoms may disappear and heal or even get worse. The symptoms of COVID-19 generally appear with 2 days to 2 weeks after the patient is exposed to the coronavirus. Some patients infected with the coronavirus can be experience a decrease in oxygen without any symptoms. This condition is called happy hypoxia.
Okay, I'm Lailatul Fitri from Muhammadiyah University of Magelang. In here, I will explain about 3 ways to prevent COVID-19 from being infected with a virus infection. First is wash your hands with soapy water or alcohol and wear a mask. And second is reduce contact with sick people and always wash your hand using an antiseptic. And the last one is no crowds and always maintaining clean lines. Okay, and the next slide will be explained with my friends.
3 general symptoms that can indicate a person is infected with the coronavirus. First, fever, body temperature above 38 degrees Celsius, and then dry cough and hard to breathe. Other symptoms that can also appear in coronavirus infection: diarrhea, headache, conjunctivitis, loss of the ability to taste, loss of ability to smell or anosmia, rashes on the skin.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm Rifqi I'm from University of Muhammadiyah Malang. So I will explain about the globalization in the slide. First, as you know, globalization is spread of the influence of science and culture in every corner of the world to other corner of the world, so that the boundaries of a country are no longer clear. The era of globalization is an era where it seems as if the world is becoming united and without any boundaries between countries, which can be interpreted as information mobility and the contribution of the world community, and not only at the country level, but globalization makes people contribute to the world level. The technological revolution triggers the development of globalization faster, and the phenomenon of globalization itself has a very broad scope. Globalization can cover the economic, social, cultural, and make countries have to think about or redefine their respective sovereignty. Globalization in international relations can emerge of new actors. This actor then play a role important and in cooperation with the state actor. It can be said that these actors are state actor or NGO. Globalization can affect a country foreign policy because globalization is positive source in the process of advancing a country. To obtain national interest, a process of cooperation and diplomacy is needed. Globalization also forces countries to make a response in dealing with it. Countries that successfully control or take advantage of globalization can change the situation and level of welfare of their countries. Because globalization produces an interdependency between countries to survive. So here, there is five characteristic about the globalization. First is there is a difference in the meaning of space and time. Second, economics of interdependency of countries. Third, information exchange becomes faster. Fourth, emerging common problem globally. And fifth, cultural action occurs. So next slide will be explained by my friends. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Aridha Suryani and I'm from the University of Muhammadiyah Malang. In this slide, I will explain about the impact of the COVID-19 phenomenon, globalization, and Indonesian political economy. Indonesia is the largest archipelago country in the world, so the spread of the COVID-19 virus has also greatly affected the economy within the country and between islands in Indonesia. This had a major impact on Indonesia's domestic economy and the integration of the economic from the center to the regions in Indonesia. Therefore, the government is developing community micro-enterprises and small business enterprises in order to support the economic in Indonesia during the COVID-19 pandemic. Because Indonesia is a democratic and pluralistic country that must be able to adapt to the currents of globalization in order to open a better economy and deepen integration with economic actors at the international or global level. However, with the existing globalized COVID-19 pandemic, new opposition to free trade has emerged. Although it is clear that opposition to free trade at times like this will cause suffering for the country, given that this pandemic is a global phenomenon and an economic crisis that threatens the entire world. Isolation and deglobalization will be dangerous for the country's economy. That's why Indonesia governments make lots of policies about economic that focus on developing the small businesses to have a stable economic in this country during the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you. This is the explanation from me, and the next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, next step is impact of the COVID-19. Indonesian political economies was felt during the COVID-19 period of the first taking in first steps. It can be seen by inviting in the door of foreigners to come to Indonesia. In the way the economy, the tourist sector can generate capital, but the government seems to ignore the dangers will arise to tourists who comes to be carrying the COVID-19 virus and will actually injure the people of Indonesia.
My name is Fatimatuzzahro. You can call me Fatima. I want to tell you about revitalizing multilateralism. So multilateralism is a realistic choice in effort to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic due to several considerations. First, the importance of multilateralism is expected to increasingly fail in the case of COVID-19, where the absence of weakness of multilateralism result in the inability of effectively resolve global problems, not only pandemic but the other global problems. Revitalization is multilateralism can be done in several ways. Yeah. For the first is to adopt the concept of multilateral governance. Members in the firm are not limited to the state but can come from other entities, such as NGO, non-governmental organizations, companies, individuals, and other. Representatives can come from various levels other than the country, for example, province, city, and so forth.
Let me continue the presentation of my group. it is about the revitalizing multilateralism. Second, through the provision of fixed continuous source of funds in the presence of absence of urgent global problems. Third, by supporting the role of hegemons who are more active in the maintaining the availability of global public goods. This can be in the form of global security, more stable global economy, more well-maintained global environment, and also the implementation of human rights in a global scope and so on. Hegemons need to be given space to achieve their national interests so that their role in maintaining the global availability of public goods can be carried out properly. And thank you.
That's all presentation from our group. Sorry if there are any mistake. Thank you for your attention and thank you for your listening.